So we're beginning to read the first of 12 chapters on what Swedenborg calls the world of spirits. The world of spirits is unique to Swedenborg's spiritual writings as far as I can see. There are some similarities with other doctrines and ways of thinking. So, for example, the Catholic concept of purgatory shares some common threads, but it is by no means identical to it. As I understand it, purgatory is the preparation of the blessed for heaven by the removal of those sins for which they have not atoned. And we see this reflected at the end of paragraph 425. Although Swedenborg expands the idea to include a preparation of those destined for hell by the removal of what is good or true with them. And we'll return to this idea later in the book, in particular where Swedenborg talks about the lower earth. But I've not heard the essential idea that the world of spirits is a state in which we all exist anywhere else, that it is here and now, and a state of freedom in which we come to discover our own spiritual destiny. If we are spiritual beings, as Swedenborg and others assert, then it is in this world of spirits that most of us exist, alongside our presence in the natural world. And the reason is that we have not generally made up our minds in favour of either heaven or hell. It is, as he says, an intermediate state, and one in which we find freedom. And this is really a central tenet of Swedenborg's philosophy. We exist in a world where spiritual realities are not made plainly manifest, because if they were, it would unduly sway our thinking. It would put undue pressure upon us to choose what is good and true. But love must be freely chosen. Love forced upon another is not real love on either side of the equation. And so we live in a natural world where love and good are not always the obvious choice. They're not always the most convenient, nor the most pressing. And if we can choose love and good under duress to choose the opposite, then the choice is real. But then when we die, we come consciously into the world of spirits, and those choices are laid bare. They're open for all to see. And this is the judgment of which the Bible speaks so often. As Jesus said, "Therefore, whatever you have spoken in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have spoken in the ear in inner rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops." One of the ideas I find really interesting here is that we can shorten the length of our stay in the world of spirits by making our interior lives match our exteriors. That cuts both ways, of course, in that the obviously heavenly person doesn't stay long, but neither does the obviously evil and hellish. Our real work, however, and the reason that the natural world and the world of spirits are provided for us, is that from being born in a natural, external, and essentially self-centered state, we might change to a spiritual, heavenly, and other-centered one, and do so permanently. But I wonder, what do you think of the idea in paragraph 427, where it says that those in heaven and hell no longer associate with their family and friends from the natural world? As always, you're welcome to read along with us or read ahead if you prefer. You may have questions you'd like to add to the comments. Enjoy the journey.